CBS 42 weather.
All right, thanks so much, Jim. As you can see, our temperatures now range from 32 in Birmingham to 33 in Tuscaloosa. We've been very fortunate in the sense that the rain has not been real heavy. This is the first wave we've been waiting on, and that freezing line, of course, creating havoc on where that freezing rain is allowing ice to accumulate and other spots where it's not. And we do have locations where it's just wet this morning, but it is cold. There will be patches of ice scattered through the area, but the glazing is pretty thin at this point, and that's great news. Also, look back out towards the west. We have a dry pocket now moving into Tuscaloosa and Jefferson counties. This is the beginning stages of all of this finally beginning to at least fan out and lose some of its coverage as well as intensity. We're not done with it completely, but most of it is light now that is falling around Birmingham. You can see here in downtown Birmingham, rain mixed with a little bit of freezing drizzle, or at least light sprinkles. Overall, though, we're starting to see that trend of heavier rainfall backing off. Different story across the northern tier of Alabama, where we've seen some incredible pictures out of Coleman County up towards Vinemont, Hartselle, even into Winston County, where they've had 2 to 3 inches of snow on the ground all morning. What we've had here is just that light glaze, now just light rain in Shelby County. I don't see any reports of any icing around Shelby County. It's amazing that difference of that ridge into Oak Mountain that is helping to keep the temperatures just a couple of degrees warmer, and that freezing rain to the north. But in Ohatchee, back over towards Jacksonville, we've got light snow still falling, even back up into Attala, Gadsden, Rainbow City, Hoax Bluff, up into Leesburg, as well as central portions of Cherokee County around Weiss Lake. You've got light snow falling. Again, it's not a real heavy snowfall, but it is enough to at least help add to the accumulation we've seen throughout the morning. 9:45, rain starts tapering. Snow, ice, all start tapering. By 11 o'clock, a lot of this is gone. And then by 1:45, we're just about done with the rain for about 5 hours, and that's it. But what does come back into Alabama will be all rain, and this is into tonight and early tomorrow. Temperatures will have a chance to warm up just a bit. Without the rain falling, little push from the south, a little bit of a breeze helping to nose that warmer air towards the north. That will put all of us into the rain category. But then things begin to change rather dramatically as we get into Wednesday morning and early afternoon. See all this pink here in Gadsden? That is freezing rain. Heavy freezing rain around Anniston, back over into Heflin, White Plains, Wedowee, Fruithurst. All of these are spots that we will likely see a heavy glaze or maybe just a heavy accumulation of ice. If that happens, which I expect that it's now looking like it will with our new trend still showing we're going to have ice in that area, that could be a crippling ice storm, especially from roughly Lincoln back over into Anniston as well as over into Atlanta. And as Jim Stefkovich was mentioning, it's not out of the question to see it stretch back towards the west with some of this back building going on. So by 5:15 tomorrow evening, it is going to be another real mess as far as driving around Birmingham, back into East Alabama. The totals for precipitation will be higher. We'll see heavier amounts, and with that happening, that will have a chance to overcome temperatures that may be at 33 or 34, so then we start to see the accumulation. But as we get into Wednesday night, early into Thursday morning, we will be done. That will be the last of it. But again, if we have that larger ice accumulation in East Alabama stretching over into Atlanta, which is looking more and more likely, that could be a crippling ice storm, which really could create some problems with trees not only losing limbs, but also entire trees, power lines going down, power outages across East Alabama all the way back into North Georgia. A lot to watch over the next 12 hours, and of course we're watching it very carefully, but things are starting to gradually improve as far as what's happening today. Once we get up to 35 today, all of that ice will melt. We'll have a cloudy forecast. It'll be chilly, but it is not going to be freezing rain to deal with until we get into Wednesday, and again a little bit of snow involved with that before we warm up into the 50s and 60s by the weekend. I know, I'm with you. I'm ready for that snowfall to get out of here, and I'm ready for some sunshine, and we'll have that to wrap up the week, and that will be my Valentine's Day gift, not only Jim Dunaway, but to everybody, even the governor.